giants
People who came from the
in the
sky.
sky. Yeah.
The domestic terrorist Jesus Christ has been brought to justice. Jesus, a deranged loony lefty, broke the law and impeded Roman soldiers tasked with protecting our local community. Killing Christ was an act of self-defense, given he was in possession of water that could have been turned into wine and weaponized to cause soldiers alcohol poisoning. Our great leader Pontius Pilate called Jesus' disciples professional agitators and warned that anyone else who defied authorities by showing compassion for the meek would also be rightly executed. The domestic terrorist Jesus Christ has been brought to justice.
What's up, bro?
I guess I'm muted. What up, bro?
I guess you were. So, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I'm Sean.
I'm Colby.
And we are the Men of Letters. We're here to talk about the creepy, the weird, the strange, the things that go bump in the night, a little bit of politics, a little bit of ancient, forgotten, by accident, on purpose, history, and everything else in between, man. So, bro, it's been a heck of a week.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
It was a pretty good week. It was all right, man. How about yours?
It's been all right. It's been all right, man. But what I really want to know, bro, what's going on in Minneapolis?
Man. So
we got boots on the ground in Minneapolis.
got boots on the ground. We got people talking. We got people, you know what I mean, sharing their opinions, protesting and sharing their First Amendment rights. Like we are right now. So you peep the shirts, Beeve Need. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna have some Men of Letters merch coming pretty soon from them.
Yes,
So keep a
indeed.
lookout for that. Yeah, man. We got Bavino out of here, so shout out to that. Apply.
I love that. What up, Shell? What up, BJ? What up, Nathan? How you doing, man? How you doing, brother?
We got Bavino out of here.
Yep, Bavino's out of there. I'm glad Nathan caught the satire in that. We got some people who got arrested for covering a protest.
In
the church.
Some people got arrested for covering a protest in the church. That when they tried to serve down lemon, the judge shot it down just for them to go and do it anyways. So I just want to address the people from in my age group, millennials, people I grew up
What up,
with,
Benno?
people who know me personally, who are, I guess, on the other side of this. I guess I'm disappointed in y'all, man. Like for y'all to grow up with people who look like me or look like a different color than you, for you to be okay with it, to rock with this. It's kind of wild, and a lot of y'all can't even handle the conversation these days. It's crazy.
Facts.
And use a lot of whataboutism and what about we didn't protest when Kirk got shot? Well, Kirk got shot by a civilian. And if you can't make those logical connections, or you can't think critically of why you would protest someone like George Floyd and how we got killed compared to how Charlie Kirk got killed, then I don't know. I think you're just being blind for no reason at that point. So,
agreed.
It was something that Tysley was talking about, our big sister Tysley. She was talking about her, y'all generation, Gen X, and how she's disappointed. Well, I'm the same way with my generation.
Same.
Because what I'm saying, we grew up together, we played ball together, we've been in each other's homes, and we shared a lot of conversations. So for y'all to turn around and be who you are now, y'all should be embarrassed.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
And it's no, I don't mean any if this is offending you, you need to think about why. Because like I'm not this isn't any malice for me. I don't hate anybody. I feel everybody can be a better person, but you know what I mean? For you to sit here and think that this is okay when, you know, and then the comparisons of the Gestapo and what, Nazi Germany did, you can see the comparisons. For you to say that's not comparable is outrageous. It's crazy.
You can almost without giving a timeline of when things happen or the dates or everything. You can almost talk about the date that happened in 1930s Germany, and well, you could talk about things that's happening now, I should say, and people will think that it's what happened. It was happening in 1930s Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like with just I mean, we're right now under an authoritative regime. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's gonna happen. It's already happened.
It's already
Right.
happening.
Yeah, you're right
And
there.
I just think
Uh,
it's odd that people get so offended these days by like you're saying, that's crazy for you to say, or that's dumb for you to say. Oh, you're offending me. It's like, well, okay, but you're the same people calling people snowflakes and saying it just doesn't make any sense anymore. And so I don't want to get into it too much, but um, you know, and what's crazy to me is a lot of people who I didn't think were gonna speak up or certainly speak up. And shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all seeing
yeah,
the injustice, y'all seeing what's going on, and for y'all to speak out,
yeah.
is hella dope. And keep speaking like it. This isn't a Democratic Republican thing. This is a moral
Bipartisan.
thing, man.
Hmm.
We
It's
can
a
talk about our parties on a different day, but what's going on in this country is outrageous. And you know, let's get on top on this one. Like, let's get out of Minnesota, the Epstein files, and everything that
man.
dropped with that. You know, and I think to be fair, the thing that that's our allegations from people who now disappeared. We
Mm,
can't find some of these individuals right now. Um,
that's convenient.
that's very convenient. But it's nasty. If you haven't read it and you don't have if you have a weak stomach, don't read it.
Right.
It's some terrible stuff in that.
Yeah.
But it's very convenient. All he's doing all this stuff, and we have the Epstein files all overshadowing all of this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, what I've been hearing about all weekend is about how they've locked up reporters, for freedom of speech. That's what I've been hearing about all weekend. Not the Epstein files I- at all.
It's
So,
bro.
do I sound echoey?
No, you sound a little quiet to me, but maybe because like my mic is pretty high to me right
Okay.
now. Maybe.
All
But
right.
yeah, man, I'm not trying. This wasn't when we started Mental Letters, we were never thinking we'd be talking about politics this much. We definitely thought we would hit on it, but if we have to cover when Hitler started taking over what he did, we can definitely cover that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
We had a podcast for this type of stuff, and it just kind of
yeah,
went away. But that's crazy. Did you say that, Ben? Does that happen in Australia? No, I know you mentioned that in the previous uh,
yeah.
podcast that we did, and I'm so sorry that that's happening in your country as well, man. We shouldn't have to go through this crap. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. Look at our community. The chat always
Yeah, it
looking
must
out
be
for.
me. It must. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I have the volume turned down a little bit. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, sound
But
fine.
yeah, that's crazy, man. So
I can't hear you right now. Oh, there you go.
you hear me now? All right. So yeah. All right. So we're done with the what's going on in Minneapolis section of our show. You guys stay vigilant out there. Stay vigilant, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Lots
crazy.
of growth.
2 weeks in a row, over 100,000 people marching these streets.
Hmm.
And I just want to get on that real quick. I saw some people complaining about it.
Go
This
for it.
one girl on my Facebook had a whole Facebook live about it. How she had to go home and cook dinner and do laundry, and it's just and she couldn't pronounce. It's funny. She's reading the sign that says "Get rid of ignorance and keep the immigrants," but you couldn't read it. I thought that was so hilarious. It was such like it was such like so ironic for not able to read that simple ass sign. And look, man, if you have a problem, if you're really offended by protesting, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think school is hell for you. I'm be real with you. I'm gonna keep it being you had a hard time in school
Mhm.
because that's literally what our country was founded on. We
Yep.
literally were founded on protest. So if you know if
No
it
taxation
inconvenience you,
without representation.
if that's so inconvenient for you, I mean, you gotta check your privilege. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want to be in stuck behind the protest either. But
Right.
yeah, y'all gotta man, y'all gotta educate yourself on what this country is about and what we're trying to keep here, what we're trying, we're trying to keep doing. So
Yeah. Yeah. We need to we need to set an example for the rest of the world. Like Benno said, is it's almost global now. You know what I mean?
right,
It's just like, oh, America's doing it. I guess
we
we
do
can
it.
do it too. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, that's where Hitler got his ideas from. So
People don't know that Hitler got his idea from America.
yep, yep. They just expounded on it. So uh the show we're gonna do today is the Lost City of Atlantis, which I'm
Yes.
surprised we have not covered this before. I mean, we've probably been doing this for about a year and a half, maybe two,
Mhm.
getting close to 2 years, right? And
Yep.
like the city of Atlantis is absolutely fascinating. Um, it's one of those things that kind of it was kind of my I would say my gateway drug to these type of topics, these conspiracy theories and things like this. Like I think there's Atlantis, there's the Lost City of El Dorado. I think that's another one. But yeah, just very very cool stuff. So we decided
Yeah,
to go for it today.
that thumbnail was fun to make.
Yeah, I wonder how you did that.
It was dope. Uh,
It looked really cool. We just got to stand there. I'm like, how do we get down there? I'm like, do we need like rebreathers or anything like that?
I don't know. We're not underwater. It's not under. It's like it's above the water.
Yeah, it's above ground. Yeah, or above the water, I should say. Yeah, eugenics is pretty wild and horrifying. Yep, I agree, my brother. I agree. So I will. I don't know if you guys just a quick summary of the Lost City of Atlantis. It it's a I believe it was Plato who first wrote about it.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and this is back. He was the Greek philosopher, right? He was a Greek philosopher, and he's one of the people who first wrote about it and kind of described what it was, and, how it sunk and all that. And it's pretty crazy. There's people that think they know where the lost city of Atlantis was due to Plato's writings and all that stuff. But we'll get into all of this cool stuff. Aquaman, he's from Atlantis. No,
Well, Atlantis was above ground, right? Like
it was. It got
you
sunk.
there is there's certain individuals that people who are in common, I think common knowledge are technically Atlanteans, like Thoth, though
Mm-hmm.
um
Filthy and Atlantean. Yep.
there's people who hypothesize that Yeshua is an Atlantean and so,
Mm-hmm.
or is a descendant of one.
Yep.
Um so yeah, they're kind of like the gifted people that came here before. And
Yeah.
is it kind of tied into Anunnaki?
Oh, it's very much tied to
Yeah.
Anunnaki.
So
Atlantis was the capital of Earth,
right.
or so the story goes. Um, so yeah,
And
so
I think Lauren mentioned she said that there were some people who believe that it was in Africa, right? Or am
yeah,
I making that up?
yep,
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So
Northern Africa
yep.
up there somewhere. Yep, kind of. But yeah, yeah. So
'Cause
it's pretty cool stuff.
there's like a sorry, you should probably play the video. I'm gonna keep
Yeah, we'll just
talking.
play the video.
There's like there was something in the desert, like a big circular thing, and they believe this is where the capital was. And
Yeah, because it's exactly how Plato described it. you know, if it still had the water and all that around there. It's kind of like in the desert now. There's no water,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, like the way that he described the city, and it kind of looks like that. So
Hmm.
ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling. Now, just full disclosure, I think Atlantis existed. You know,
Okay.
rather it got wiped out, or it got sunk in a great flood, or maybe during the Younger Dryas or something like that. I don't know, but I do believe that the
I
city
you know,
existed.
I lean to it being a thing because just the simple fact that you look at, stone structures from that time around the world, they kind of are similar, especially, the Olmec statues. You look at Olmec statues in Southern America, you look at Easter Island, they look a lot alike.
Right.
So it kind of, to me, it tells that there was a possibility of a world government
Yep.
and Atlantis being, the capital or whatever you call it.
Yep. Yep. Of that world government. Yeah. I mean, the pyramids, and you know how they're on the ley lines and all that.
Oh, yeah.
It's all connected, I think. So,
See, that's why every period is on like a what's the ley line? Is that like
yeah,
the what is that for the people
it's
who don't know? I guess.
the ley lines is don't get me lying about it. I can't really explain it, but it's like it's like if somebody in the comments in the chat can describe it better than me. It's kind of like the like where the plates are, the tectonic plates.
That's what I was gonna try. That's what I couldn't get the
Yeah,
word out. The
yeah,
plates,
right,
how the
right.
Earth moves and all that stuff.
And
I never.
it's all on the same one, the
Okay.
same ley line for whatever. Now, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not explaining it very well, and I'm kinda freestyling off the top of the dome, but that's how I understand it. And it's
Okay.
and somehow that, through the ley lines, they're all connected. And a lot of people believe that the pyramids are power plants,
Yep.
free energy, so to speak.
Yeah, because there's Egypt. I mean, they have 3,500-foot cylinders running through them. So,
Right. What is that?
hmm,
And I don't know if they've done that to the other pyramids around the world yet, but they really should if
yeah.
they haven't. You know,
But because making, if you wanna, do you want me to play it or do you want to start it? But I just
I'll
want to
play it.
mention we did a YouTube video on the pyramids, and he meant I forgot what I was gonna say, but he mentioned there was no like bodies found. There's no like mummies found in those temples.
There are no tombs. Yeah, we
No,
were taught in school that there were tombs
right,
to the kings of Egypt, the pharaohs and things like that, and they're not. There are no tombs.
right.
You got the king's chamber, you got the queen's chamber, but they're not tombs. Um, it's we don't know what it is. We don't know. And there's a box in the I don't know, but they were saying that it was uh what was it? Not a tomb, not a casket or whatever, but there's this box in the king's chamber, I think, and there's no way that they could have moved it in there. Like it would had to got built in the chamber, and
Hmm.
just like with the measurements and all that, it's just weird, man. It's just weird. It's construction and technology that we
We don't
don't
have.
understand. We don't have.
Yeah.
We can't recreate it. So, but we're kind of getting off topic here. I'll go ahead and start this video with the full story of Atlantis, and as we go through, we'll pause it here and there to kind of discuss some things. Go, you need me to pause it? Just let me know.
Okay.
Atlantis was never a myth. That's just what they want you to believe. From the moment you first heard the name, it was placed in the same category as fairy tales and fantasy, somewhere between unicorns and lost pirate treasure. A story, not a truth. A curiosity, not a reality. But what if that story wasn't fiction at all? What if Atlantis was real? And more than that, what if it was the missing link in our spiritual evolution? A piece of ourselves deliberately hidden, distorted, and buried beneath centuries of distraction. They told you Atlantis was lost to the ocean. What they didn't tell you is that it's been buried in your memory all along, hiding in plain sight, not as a place to be found, but as a consciousness to be remembered.
Mm.
This isn't just about lost cities and sunken temples. It's about a forgotten frequency. And if you're here, it means something inside you already knows that. Atlantis. The very word carries a charge, a spark of something ancient, powerful, and almost familiar. You've heard the story before. A mighty civilization, rich in knowledge and power, destroyed in a single day and night.
Mhm.
That version comes from Plato, the Greek philosopher who lived over 2,000 years ago. Most people dismiss his account as a metaphor, a cautionary tale. But what if it wasn't? What if Plato wasn't inventing Atlantis, but remembering it? In his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, Plato claimed the story was passed down from Egyptian priests through Solon, one of Athens' wisest lawmakers. They spoke of a continent beyond the Pillars of Heracles, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar, a land more advanced than any known at the time, that rose in power and fell in corruption. And yet, instead of taking Plato at his word, generations of scholars called it allegory, a fable meant to illustrate philosophical ideas. But ask yourself, why would one of the most revered philosophers embed such elaborate detail into something meant only as fiction?
As an allegory.
Plato wasn't vague. He described Atlantis with precision, its geography, its architecture, its
point.
social
You
structure,
pause it there.
and most
Yeah.
They don't never describe a place that wasn't real. He might have had the characters. He might have been,
Say again.
the characters might have been a little exaggerated, but he never talked about places that run around. But you think with the Odyssey, all them places, those are places.
They're real places that
Yeah.
actually happened, because it starts. Doesn't it start at the Battle of Troy? They're coming back from the Battle of Troy, right?
The Battle of Troy.
That happened.
hmm I don't know if the adventure happened, but the battle definitely happened.
The battle happened. Yeah, yeah. Trojan horse, all that good stuff. We're not talking about the one thing.
I mean, did he talk? Did Plato talk about? I don't know.
Don't get me lying about what Plato talked about.
Yeah, I don't lie about him.
we gonna focus on Atlantis. We know we talked about that. But yeah, and Atlantis is connected to Lemuria as well. That's another lost city, and I think they might get into it on here, but we'll see.
Most importantly, its values. He called it a land built on divine order, where spiritual and material life were once in balance. He also spoke of its fall, a fall not caused by outside forces, but from within. Greed replaced virtue. Ego overtook wisdom.
What's that sound
And
like?
that imbalance between spiritual power and human corruption led to its end. This isn't just history, it's a warning. But Plato wasn't the only one. Look across the world, and you'll find echoes of Atlantis hidden in plain sight. The Mayans told stories of a lost land called Aztlan, said to have vanished beneath the sea. In Hindu texts, there's mention of a highly advanced civilization known as Kumari Kandam, swallowed by the ocean. Indigenous Pacific Islanders speak of Lemuria, another ancient realm lost to time. Even early Egyptian records hint at a forgotten epoch before the rise of dynastic Egypt, a golden age that mysteriously disappeared.
Now, can I ask you something real quick, Kobe? I don't know if you remember Black Panther 2, Prince Namor. He was from was he Mayan?
I guess so.
Or
But
was he
He was an Atlantean, I thought.
that because remember he's from a city that's underwater too, right? But that wasn't Atlantis. In the comics, it's Atlantis, but in the MCU, it's not.
It was like Lyria type of area.
Something like that. I
I
forgot.
don't remember that movie. I fell asleep on it.
He's still.
I didn't think it was good. So
I think they called him like Cuckoo Khan or at some point.
it's like mimicking Mayan, like the Mayan.
Who were the ones? Because it was the Mayans, and who else was there? Does anybody in the chat remember who was in that area in South America, Mexico, South America? It was the Mayans.
Aztecs, Mayans.
Aztecs. Yeah. So I don't know if he was Aztec or Mayan. I can't remember. But anyway, I thought I'd throw that in there. I will keep rolling.
These aren't coincidences. They are fragments, pieces of a global memory buried under layers of conquest, translation, and ridicule. There's a reason these stories all follow the same structure, an enlightened civilization that fell when it lost touch with its spiritual core. We aren't talking about myths. We're talking about memory, collective encoded memory passed through stories because history books would never carry them. But why bury it? Because Atlantis represents more than a city. It represents human potential, what we were once capable of and could be again. And for those in power, there's nothing more dangerous than a population who remembers how powerful they really are.
Say that
Some
again.
knowledge is too sensitive for this platform. That's why we created Insights Academy, our free newsletter where we share what can't be said here.
Shameless plug.
Join using the link below and get a free copy of the Kybalion while it's still available. Mainstream history frames time as a straight line, as if we're always advancing.
And you know what? We just kind
But
of
what if that's the lie?
we kind of just jumped in the video, did not shout these people out whatsoever. So let's just go ahead and shout them out. Library of Thoth. So thank you guys, appreciate that. You know,
Knowledge is too sensitive.
we talk about both the Atlantean. We're doing that plug.
It wasn't built for domination or distraction. It was built for alignment. Atlantean technology was spiritual in nature.
What?
It wasn't
Widescreen it for us.
Oh, my bad. Thank
something you used. It was something you tuned into, a resonance between matter and mind, a bridge between the physical and the divine. Imagine a society where energy wasn't extracted from the earth through destruction, but channeled through intention, where temples weren't just places of worship, but frequency chambers, amplifying sound, light, and vibration to harmonize the soul, where crystals weren't decorative trinkets, but living tools, conscious instruments designed to store information, conduct energy, and assist in healing and evolution. According to many esoteric teachings, including Theosophy, Lemurian and Atlantean wisdom, and the readings of Edgar Cayce, Atlantis developed high spiritual science, one that fused consciousness with technology. They knew how to direct energy through sound vibrations, sacred geometry, and the natural properties of stones. Pyramids, built with laser-cut precision, weren't tombs, they were power stations. Obelisks weren't monuments, they were tuning forks. Crystals, especially clear quartz and others found in abundance within the Atlantean lands, were believed to power entire cities, not with fossil fuels or wires, but through harmonic resonance and light. These weren't myths.
Yeah, I agree.
They were advanced forms of frequency manipulation, thousands of years ahead of modern science.
And here's the thing: we're you know, they're talking about the crystals and being able to power cities, and carry frequencies and things like that. This is a proven fact now. Like that's not myth anymore, mythology.
Yeah.
Like we know for a fact now that you can store information on these crystals as well. They kind of think that's what the crystal skulls are.
Crystals are used for lasers.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, absolutely.
And consciousness being a power source makes sense.
God, how cool is
just
that?
means the way that they had a way to tap into your power or to your conscious to manifest in real time.
In real time.
It's basically like they're not far from it if you think about it. Like you have a 3D printer that is connected to your consciousness. Make whatever you want. If you look like a fucking you look like a superhero. You look like a
No, that's true. Cause think about it. So the technology does exist now. It's all in this beta stage right now, but it does exist where they can connect the human mind to a computer and a software program. It does exist. So Kobe, take that like you said, and tie that to a 3D printer. Boom.
Yeah, you're printing guns and taking over entire planets.
Yeah.
You want it.
You just need the link. You need the Bluetooth link.
That's terrifying.
Right. It's terrifying and awesome at the same time.
Mhm.
Because if it's used for good, think about all the amazing things that we could do with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Build these beautiful cities, just straight out of imagination. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Cause makes me think about this anime I'm reading,
Mhm.
and in this anime, like their power is called curse, uh, like their curse technique and like curse powers essentially.
Mhm.
And y'all might know Jujutsu Kaisen if you watch it.
Absolutely.
They've made a manga that's like 68 years in the future now, where in the manga aliens have arrived on Earth who have the
Yeah.
same kind of powers, and
Mm.
they use their powers and they built a ship. And so Japan's I don't want to mess it up.
With their consciousness?
With basically their curse powers made the ship. Like their curse technique created the ship, and 50,000 of them are in this ship.
Wow. And they
And so like through the way they're trying to like hide that technology, but they're trying to figure out how to use that for technology on Earth. There was a big issue with that. So with them being there causes another issue. Well, that's what they're talking about right now. Like this dude's talking about how like people are trying to use like consciousness and like to power things.
Mhm.
Well, like it's weird that I'm sorry that connections is happening for me right now. I just read that today. Like I read that comic book like this week about that. So like
Yeah.
I never thought about that till now. But yeah,
Yeah.
that you can create whatever you want.
Those people read. The people those people who are creating this stuff, they read. They know this stuff. Let's go to Benno real quick here. Benno says ley lines are theoretical straight alignments connecting historic sites and landmarks believed by some to carry mystical or earth energies. Location, yellow field bars.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. That's a better explanation than I had. Does it have anything to do with the tectonic plates though?
So there's a
So I would
lot of
imagine,
shows
yeah.
like that, bro. Like you use the energy of the earth to create things, or like your technique. You know what I'm saying? Like Dragon Ball Z, the key. That's
The
just
key.
energy around you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's harnessing the energy around it because we're constantly giving off energy and BTUs. They just harness it and control their key,
So
which
in theory, we could use our energy to like run things. Like your own body's energy could run entire houses if we can harness it.
yeah, think about the Matrix, man. That they were basically harvesting human bodies to power the machines. Which,
Hmm.
as you have the technology, you can do that. And the Matrix has a whole bunch of allegory in it. You know what I mean? So we don't
Yeah.
need all of that, but that's just part of it. You know what I mean? Like, how cool would it be, guys? We're imagination kind of swords as well. How cool would it be if you really could harness your key, your energy, like if this was real? And I think it might be. We just forgot how to do it. And levitate yourself to fly. You know what I mean? Look, I don't need to create spirit bombs. Okay, if I can get the gift of flight, dude, I'm out of here.
It would just change the dynamics of your culture too. Like it would be, I don't know. You know what I mean? You wouldn't need a lot of things. You could fly, if
Mhm.
you could like power your own house, your own power, like your own body. Like it would
Yeah,
make you less needy of things.
absolutely, dude.
Hmm.
Absolutely, man.
Interesting.
Uh, let's see, energy transfer occurs constantly. I agree. Like, even like with our physical bodies, you know what I mean? Where you're hanging out with the homie, you know what I'm saying? You're chilling with your girl, or guy, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Your significant other, like you're constantly exchanging energy. There was I don't know if you've seen Kevin Gates interview on with Club Shay Shay, but
No.
they're talking about energy. And you remember how like uh like our elders would say, hey, be careful who you let in your house, right?
Yeah.
Because you might be letting a bad juju in your house. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
rub
Bad energy. Or
don't
go ahead.
don't rub elbows with certain people.
Right, right. And then they said this in the interview. has someone ever left your house and you can still feel their energy?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. You know what I mean? But you can still feel their energy in your home. Like that's real shit, man.
Mhm.
That's real shit because I've definitely felt like that before. I love to have the power, dude. I love to have powers too, man. Kobe's been trying to get power from aliens for the longest.
Man,
So
come on. I will set this world right.
right, I would try to rule the world with an iron fist.
Right. Might as well.
but I would not be found in the Epstein files.
No. Nope, not me.
I'm not a creep.
Crazy.
So we'll keep rolling on here, guys. This is very interesting, man. Good discussion we're having over this, bro.
Sound was a central tool. They understood that the universe is vibration, and that everything, thought, emotion, body, planet, has a frequency. By using specific tones, they could alter states of consciousness, heal diseases, and even levitate objects.
That's what I'm
Ancient
saying.
Sanskrit texts speak of mantras that shift reality. Egyptian temples echo with chants that align the chakras. Tibetan singing bowls still carry the remnants of
That's
this
still a
ancient
thing.
knowledge. Atlantis didn't invent these truths. It remembered them.
Mm.
But over time, as ego took root and power became more important than purpose, this knowledge was misused. What was once sacred became corrupted. Crystals, once programmed for healing, were turned toward control. Sound, once used to uplift, was twisted into manipulation. Some sources suggest that in the final era of Atlantis, the very tools that elevated their consciousness were the ones that ultimately destabilized it. They tried to force energy to obey will rather than align with
That's
wisdom.
a good one. As long as you're not being
And that
creepy with it.
imbalance, that distortion of sacred technology, accelerated their collapse.
Yo,
This
Diddy
isn't a
party.
fantasy. It's a mirror. Today, we
If you had the power of invisibility, Benno, what would you do with it? Kobe, what would you do with it if you had it?
It's the power I never wanted. All you could do is steal. And then that's all you can do.
Well, you could go to
I guess you could like go like undercover and
yeah.
like report. Like you be like, okay, you be like one of the most powerful journalists to ever do it. And you could go to any area and get any information.
Yep. Yep. You be able to get the download on just about everything. Let's see here. Nathan, what is the offset for this power?
If you're not doing that again.
The offset of the power is that you have to be naked
That makes sense.
in order to be invisible. You can't make objects invisible. Only you can be invisible. You would take over the world. Yeah. Yep, you take over the world. Now here's the thing though, Benno. Just because you're invisible doesn't mean that you don't radiate heat. So if anybody had
Yeah.
infrared, they'd be able to see you.
Benno, train, make sure you do some kung fu and stuff. Cause like they can
Yeah,
they can still see you.
he said, "I
Dead, I'll take it.
I'll take it." Now, Benno, it would have to. It would like nobody could ever know that you
Yeah.
have the power to be invisible.
Yeah. You
Other
can't tell anybody.
can't tell anybody.
Cause it's a
Ever.
rap.
It's over.
So they
It's
just
over.
throw something on you.
Yep.
They can see you.
Yeah. He said, Bill said, "Nah, I'm cool. You wouldn't want to be naked." He don't want it. They want to, I don't want to. Yeah, and the thing about that, that's so funny. The thing about it though, yeah, infrared doesn't go away, so like nobody could know that you have the power, so they're not prepared.
Invisibility, you need more to take over the world. You need more than invisibility. You need super strength and super speed and super intellect. You need a lot of stuff to take over the world.
Yeah,
There's be some stuff you ain't never thought about.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause I know I couldn't take over the world with just flight alone.
No,
Like if I
no.
could fly, cause I couldn't fly high because like there's no oxygen up there and I freeze. So like I could only like fly like you know what I'm saying?
You
Like
gotta have
you know
a
you're something
lot of powers to in order to take over the world.
right.
You need
Yeah,
different
yeah,
things.
No, I'm just
Even if you
playing.
and think about it, if you had all the superpower, super strength, super speed, and super intelligence, that's still not enough to actually take over the world. Because like you'd have to be able to like you have to convince people to get on your side. If you can't control everything,
Yeah, don't
you'd
they'll
have to
find
be a Viltrumite, honestly, and,
honestly, yeah,
and convince people to work with you.
yeah, yeah. You see here, I will start a Justice League. Okay, that'd be cool if other people had powers. But what if you're the only one who had powers?
That'd be tough, boy. That'd be tough. You gotta convince people, and you gotta watch out for your family. Think about, but you got a lot you gotta think about.
I think, I think it. Oh, it's this money. So you just say,
Oh, just take them to
you
get the
just
money.
take money, take over the world. Yeah, I mean, look at Trump.
There's
You
a
know,
comic book like this, isn't there? Where like there's like a superhero, one superhero. Isn't it like power?
I'm
Isn't it like
sure. I can't think of it though.
isn't it a Superman one basically? Like
Where
it's
he's
isn't it?
where he's the only one that has any
He doesn't
power.
only one, but like he kind of rules the Iron Fist, but he kind of figures out he can't just rule the Iron Fist essentially. Like he
Yeah,
has to like get people on his side because like it's
yep.
just what you'd have to do.
Yeah, yeah. Injustice, right? Is that
It's
Injustice?
injustice, yeah. I think it's injustice.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely need allies. Let's see here. It's I don't know. I'll just disappear.
What you have to see if you're invisible, you get all the money and you can pay people,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Well, that's kind of like Jumper. You know what I'm saying? He could teleport, but he got a lot of money because he teleported to vaults and things like that. I know we're getting off subject, but I like this kind of conversation. So whatever. Uh,
how do you take over the world like that? Like how do you save the world or take over the world?
you can't with teleportation because like you're stealing money. Like I mean, you can only use it. You can only use the money in a certain way because there's laws. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't like you got to fill out a form. Like if you take like $10,000 out the bank or is it 10,000? Like in cash or some shit. Like
Yeah.
you got to fill like a form. I think it's 9,500. So like all that shit is tracked. Like I mean, you just can't bring a stack of cash in to buy a house
No.
because where did it come from?
You'd have to get it washed, and you have to know who can wash it for you.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you have to start from if you get all the powers in the world, you just start from square one. And that would be how do I get money, and then how do I wash this money to get allies on my side to even get this going?
You have to be so powerful that you just change the laws. The laws no longer apply to you. Because who can stop a Kryptonian?
I know, but to a certain extent, but they get sure,
Everybody's
yeah,
gonna hate you.
yeah. Then you have everybody who hates you and will find out your weakness.
Yeah.
Will kill your family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. Say paper money breaks down unless it is stored properly. Yeah, absolutely it does. Yeah.
See, burn. But like, if you're a
yeah.
Kryptonian and you just get Kryptonian powers and you have family, friends, neighbors who love you, that right there, that's their weakness. You have to figure out how do you get them somewhere where they get their freedom still, yet they're safe.
Well, that's why he had the secret identity.
So then no one can know who you are. Then you
Right.
can't just take over the world.
Yeah, because nobody knows who you are. But let's see, what is that? We will have plastic money. Yeah. Yeah, you can make it where it's all digital. You know,
Are you gonna kill? Are we get yeah? Because eventually you have to kill somebody.
we gotta kill a lot of people. Or unalive a lot of people in order
Unalive
to take
people,
in
yeah,
order
yeah.
to take over
And
the
this is
world.
dangerous. This is the thing that I think about when you get the powers.
Yeah, because people aren't just gonna bend the knee.
No, no.
You know, I mean,
No,
look at Minnesota.
you break through. Let's say you fly through Donald Trump's White House. He's not
Mhm.
gonna bend the knee to you.
No, no, absolutely. Dude, there'll be protests. CT is exactly right. Someone will find out. Someone will dedicate their life to finding out who you are. Absolutely, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like these special forces in every country, they think about things that we just don't think about. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like they have a think of people thinking of things
To be
that
honest
nobody ever
with
think
you,
about.
having the super intelligence and the super tactical brain is probably more powerful than anything else. Like if you're the smartest man in the world and just had like the tactical brain to convince people,
Yeah.
that's all the power you probably would ever need.
So you want the power of Bruce Wayne?
You would take over the world easily. You
I
have all the intelligence. You could just get the money, get people behind you.
Yeah, ruling the world is a huge responsibility.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. This is not what we're going to talk about.
Nope. We might have to do an Atlantis part 2, but it was pretty cool. I'll keep rolling, y'all.
Okay, well, another 15 minutes. And
Yeah, we're going to 50. We're out of it. All right, good idea, brother.
Hold devices in our hands that pulse with frequencies we barely understand. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 5G, all invisible vibrations weaving through our bodies and homes daily. We are surrounded by frequencies, yet disconnected from the truth that once guided them.
It's still brute
Atlantean tech didn't rely on code or screens. It was organic.
I mean, Neo had the powers. He couldn't
in
break the
sync
matrix.
with the rhythms of the earth and the cosmos. And the reason this knowledge was buried is because it threatens the foundation of everything we've been told to believe. If you knew that your body was a frequency device, that your voice could heal, that your mind could direct energy, how would that change the way you live? The Atlanteans weren't gods. They were humans who remembered, and we are just beginning to remember again. This isn't about crystals on shelves or sound baths for relaxation. This is about unlocking what lies dormant inside you. The technology of Atlantis wasn't built, it was embodied. And the further we drift from our inner world, the more we forget that the real power doesn't come from the tools, but from the consciousness behind them. Atlantis didn't fall because of a natural disaster. That's just the version history uses to keep the story shallow. Yes, ancient texts speak of earthquakes, floods, and the island vanishing beneath the sea. But that was only the final act. The real collapse began long before the earth trembled, when the spirit of the people did. What caused the fall of Atlantis wasn't nature. It was the misuse of power, a spiritual decay. A civilization that had once lived in harmony with higher laws began to fracture from the inside. For thousands of years, Atlantis was said to be a beacon of divine alignment. The people lived in tune with cosmic order, their technology guided by wisdom, their leaders chosen not for ambition, but for purity of heart. They remembered that everything, government, science, spirituality, must serve the soul. But over time, cracks appeared. Curiosity turned into arrogance. Exploration into the self gave way to obsession with control.
It's not
the Atlanteans, once humble
change. Like if you warp reality, you're just changing the timeline.
Yeah, you're changing the timeline. And matter manipulation, that's transmutation.
Again, you're just changing. You're just what do you like? What does it matter? What you create, whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah, but I think it would be more so akin to transmutation, like how those brothers were. They used the philosopher's stone.
Oh yeah, one of the greatest anime ever made. Yeah.
Can't remember that one called? Iron something.
Brotherhood, something Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist, that's what it was. Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist. Transmutation, that kind of be there's an offset to that. It's a big offset. You have to give something.
Yeah, because it's whatever you give, whatever you get, you have to give. Like, if you're making something, you have to like give something to make it.
Right. So like that's why they didn't have arms or they didn't have limbs. One of them lost his entire body.
Lost his whole body.
Yeah. And then for reality warping, what would you lose? What would be the offset?
I mean, it's not real. It's not. It's a different. You're priming the timeline. So you warp reality. You're changing the time. It's a different timeline.
So the more that you do it, the more insane you go.
Probably. Or the reality breaks. Things that aren't supposed to happen to that. Like you know how Flashpoint things that things change or things happen. They're not supposed to happen. It would never be right.
Okay, got it. And then you can take it to the Marvel universe where that creates an incursion.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Nathan White says maybe CERN became conscious and is taking over the universe. Something's going on with CERN.
People probably hate our podcast right now. Like, what are these niggas talking?
I know, right? I thought they were talking about Atlantis. Something's going on with CERN, man. I don't know what, but something's going on there. The Mandela effect. I don't know if it's real, but
That could
dude,
be, but we're on a bad timeline now because of CERN. They've primed the time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They've messed with the timeline.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And some of it bleeds into, like, we kind of remember the old universe, and it's kind of bleeding into this universe or this
Hmm.
reality. So I don't know, man. Dude, nah, keep going, man, because this is an interesting conversation,
No,
and
you're fine. Yeah, the chat is fine. It's us. I'll be right back.
okay, it's time to look closer. I see you did that. I like it. All right, I'll keep going, guys.
Creators with nature began to believe they could dominate it. The spiritual elite, the priest kings, scientists, sages, split. Some still followed the path of light. Others turned their gaze inward, corrupted by the seduction of manipulation, ego, and separation. It wasn't a war in the traditional sense. It was an energetic split, a rift between higher consciousness and lower desire. And once that division took root, it spread like wildfire. The advanced technology, once used to heal and elevate, was turned towards surveillance, weaponization, and power hoarding.
I wonder what
The
that sounds
energetic
like.
balance that had held Atlantis together began to collapse. The Earth responded not with vengeance, but with inevitability. When the spiritual foundation crumbles, the physical world follows. In Casey's channeled readings, he spoke of the sons of the law of one and the sons of Belial, two philosophical and spiritual factions within Atlantis. One upheld unity, divine alignment, and service to others. The other embraced materialism, self-interest, and manipulation of life force for personal gain. That tension built over
Yes, I was hoping somebody would pick that up. The
What?
rule of two, the rule of two. Yeah, Darth Bane came up with that after he destroyed the entire Sith Empire, and that's how Palpatine came into power, and the rest is history. All right, I keep rolling.
centuries until it finally tipped the scales. The destruction wasn't a single act of wrath, but the end result of an energetic imbalance that could no longer sustain itself. And here's where it gets uncomfortable, because their story is ours. Look around. We are living in an age of immense power, yet we're more disconnected than ever from the soul of that power.
Mhm.
We've made technological miracles, but we've forgotten the wisdom to guide them.
Mm.
We manipulate energy, time, biology, and yet our mental health is collapsing. Our connection to nature is fading,
Say
and
it
our
loud.
understanding of spirit is either mocked or commodified.
Mhm.
Sound familiar? Atlantis isn't just a lost city beneath the ocean. It's a reflection of the choice we face now. We stand on the same edge, the same temptation to use consciousness to control rather than to serve, to build rather than align, to dominate rather than co-create. The same rift is growing between those who remember the law of unity and those chasing the illusion of
The
control.
oligarchs.
And that's the real reason the story of Atlantis has been labeled a myth. Because if we took it seriously, if we truly understood what it meant, it would force us to look in the mirror. It would show us that what happened before can happen again, and that we, right now, are deciding which version of history we repeat. The fall of Atlantis wasn't punishment, it was consequence. It was the result of a civilization forgetting the source of its own power. A society that rose to incredible heights because it remembered who it was, and fell because it chose to forget. The warning isn't ancient. It's timeless, and it's not about fear. It's about choice. History is written by those who benefit from forgetting. And when it comes to Atlantis, forgetting was never accidental.
Trump
It was
is doing it now.
engineered. What if the story wasn't buried by time, but by design? What if the knowledge of Atlantis didn't just disappear under the sea, but was deliberately concealed to keep humanity asleep? Because Atlantis doesn't just threaten historical timelines, it threatens the entire foundation of how we see ourselves. After the fall, survivors of Atlantis are said to have scattered across the globe, not as refugees, but as seeders of knowledge. They carried with them fragments of what once was, the sacred sciences, the star knowledge, the spiritual practices that once governed a society aligned with divine law. These survivors didn't fade into history. They became its hidden architects. They founded the mystery schools of Egypt, encoded knowledge into temples, pyramids.
Mystery schools of Egypt.
Hmm.
Didn't Yeshua train there?
That's the theory, right?
Right.
Interesting. I mean, we can end it there if you want.
Well, maybe we'll do a part 2 of this,
Yeah,
guys.
do a part 2.
I think I think this has more so been, if you had a superpower, what would it be? How would you use it? What would
Right.
be the offset of it? Which is always fun. I remember Darion started that conversation in one of our podcasts, man. And we all had a really good time with it. So you know, I'm a sucker for that. You can always catch me slipping when you start bringing that type of stuff up. So there's that. But we'll get back to this. I mean, Atlantis is a cautionary tale, as well as yeah, I think it was a real place.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely was something, because there's a lot of cities like Atlantis have fallen due to, ignorance.
Yeah, I mean, Greece fell.
Hmm.
Rome fell.
Caesar, you wanted a Caesar, you wanted a king, and it
Right.
fell. It never works.
Yeah. The Genghis Khan and his empire. You know,
Napoleon Dynamite. Not
Napoleon Dynamite.
not Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon.
We know you meant. But Napoleon Dynamite is so much better.
So much better.
It's
But
so
no, Napoleon. He wanted,
yeah.
um,
That movie was horrible.
Genghis Khan.
Yep. Genghis Khan. Yep.
Keep.
Attila the Hun.
Yep. You can't keep. Yeah, dictatorships don't work. They never do.
Nope. Nope. So yeah, so it's kind of like one of
Napoleon
those things.
Dynamite
Like,
is wild.
yeah, that was great. And you were dead serious when you said it. That's the funny part.
Did you freeze? Uh-oh.
Did I freeze? Oh, can you see me? I froze.
Like you're frozen. I don't know. I don't know if chat can see you.
Yeah, okay.
Still frozen.
Damn it. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Always
that's
keep
all
it
that matters.
pushing.
Yeah.
It'll figure itself out.
What did they say? Uncle Rico was not very nice to him.
No, he was not.
He
Who was
was
his
not at
brother in that?
all. Chip? Or Tip?
Yeah, he pulled him.
He pulled himself a baddie. I like that song that he wrote for it too. That was great. All right, well, I'm froze. It's all good. Uh let's see here. I know you guys love to see my beautiful face, but it
Why
looks
have
like
you
it's
frozen like
not
that?
in the cards. I don't. Who knows? Chip was great. I love Chip, man. He was so funny.
He was
He was
funny.
like, I love technology, but not as much as you see. But I still love technology, always and forever.
That movie came out back in, like, what, sophomore year in high school.
Yeah,
Watched
yeah,
that last summer, and I was like, "What am I watching?"
yeah. It was so weird, and he never really made it after that. Like he didn't do much after that.
Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna turn my camera off and turn it back on. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna
Want
leave
me to
right now.
start game for the gang?
Yes, go ahead. Go
Alright.
ahead. Go ahead with it, brother.
Game for the gangs, y'all don't know what that is. Just us putting you on to something we find interesting on the internet. Putting you on some game, is what to say. So it's game for the gang. Just like things you might want to know about. Things that are interesting to us and make us either, think, oh, that's pretty cool, or make us laugh. So the first one here is Trump can do any Trump can do anything. Okay. 1 second. Let me get this popping. All right. Oh, one thing. All right, y'all confused. All right.
about Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner had Trump derangement syndrome.
I feel like Trump can do anything and you'd still support him.
I just vote for whoever has the best policies.
Trump just said the N-word.
He would never say that.
Yes, I said the N-word, and I'll continue to say it because that's what they are.
Everyone said it at some point. He's just brave enough to tell the truth.
Trump just legalized bestiality.
Fake news. He wouldn't do that.
I legalized it, so if you want to bang a dog, you can.
The liberals want that. He's just trying to unite the country.
Can you just admit that this guy's out of his mind?
At least he's not bought like Sleepy Joe.
Trump just murdered someone.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I murdered a man. He was a Latino man. I blasted him in the street because I thought he was probably an illegal.
Well, he probably would have been shot if he was here legally. I guarantee you it was self-defense.
Why can't you just admit he's wrong?
He's not perfect, but he's the best option we have.
I think all my followers who believe in my lies and deceptions are morons. I could do anything and they'll still vote for me.
All politicians lie. At least he's telling the truth. I am a moron.
Dad, I can't believe what Trump posted.
So low key, that's what it feels like.
It really does. It really does, man. I swear to God, man, these people. I mean, I want to know how he's going to get out of this, the Epstein file things, man. Like,
You feel like the Nuremberg trials all over again.
oh my God, right? What we got our cousin here?
Because hey, how was Puerto Rico?
Yeah, you still there?
I lost my invite in the mail, I think.
Yeah, same. Where the cowboy had is considered a hobby.
We're the
Yeah,
best
man.
teacher. We get it with the girls trip.
All right, cool. You gotta do the next one with the Instagram.
So this one's called From a Certain Point of View. All right. Oh my girl. I love this girl. All right.
Oh, you gotta share your screen, buddy.
I got it.
Oh.
All right.
I saw someone else say this, but the reason why Christians will read the Bible, and I'm using the word read loosely here, and see all the murders and the genocide and all of that and make excuses for it, like, oh, God had a reason, the people were evil, they were on God's land, blah, 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 is because they think that they are the Israelites. Like, they're putting themselves in the shoes of the Israelites when they read these stories. And so they're like, oh, well, this is my God doing this, therefore it must be good or excusable in some way. Y'all ever notice how, like, everyone else in the story, aside from the Israelites, are all, like, evil and deserving to die? Like, everyone, even the children, as God commands the Israelites to kill children on multiple occasions. Christians have convinced themselves that they are the only good ones, just like the Israelites. So they never put themselves in the shoes of the other people that are being wiped out. They never say, oh, damn, what if I was one of the people living in Jericho in Joshua 6 when the Israelites stormed in, killed everyone, and burnt the city to the ground because their God told them to? Or what if I was one of the Egyptian firstborns that was killed by God during the 10 plagues? What if I was one of the non-virgin women who was slaughtered by the Israelites in Numbers 31? Or worse, what if I was one of the virgin women who had to watch all of her people being murdered, got kidnapped from her own home, and then was taken to be raped by strange Israelite men because their God told them to take the virgins for themselves? The Christians never put themselves in the shoes of the people that are being raped, the people that are being murdered, that are being wiped out, their towns are being destroyed and all of that. They think they're the Israelites. They think they're the quote unquote good guys. And this is also why a lot of Christians today either don't care about or will even support the genocide happening in Gaza, because they think this is their God's will specifically, that the Israelites are just taking land that belongs to God, like in the Bible. They think those are the good guys. They think they are the Israelites. Just because this book that's been translated thousands of times and edited more than a Wikipedia page tells them that they are the chosen people and therefore they are the good ones, that everyone else around them is evil. That's why they act the way they do today. It's all because of this fuck-ass book. I saw someone else say this, but the reason why Christians...
She didn't have to go that hard.
Just let our audience know, middle artists, we don't support everything we put on here. I mean, not saying I 100% she's telling
Was she wrong?
100% she told the truth there. I'm not gonna lie to you, but just let you know. No, damn.
But you got to be able to look at it for what it is. You got to turn the mirror to yourself and say, hey, I mean, think about it. What if you were that lady who got, kidnapped during, the purge of the city, and you're getting, we won't say it here. She said it. But think about that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's see here. haven't heard the word for accident a long time. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
these
So I
things
don't
are
know.
hard.
Something to think about, man. You got to think about that. Like all the people that John Wick killed. Okay, yeah, we're on John Wick's side, but think about that. Like these
Mm,
people were, fathers and husbands and somebody's son or daughter. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like think how sad that funeral was gonna be or was. You know what I mean? He killed a lot of people. So just because you're on John Wick's side, because they unalived the puppy,
It doesn't
doesn't mean
mean
that right. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to I can do the next one. It's called spirituality. So
Okay.
let's check this out.
Told you that colonialism turned vibrant African spirituality into something deemed evil. For centuries, Africans feared nature, ancestors, and the
Yeah,
divine.
written by the winning
Then
side,
missionaries
brother.
arrived,
Yep.
reshaping perceptions and branding sacred practices as pagan. Shrines were destroyed, and a culture of shame emerged. This was not just about faith, it was about control. Yet the spirit survived, hidden in songs and stories. Today, it's time to remember our roots and reclaim our heritage. What if I told you that colonialism turned
I mean, we kind of talk about that all the time,
Yeah.
or we've been talking about that lately. I'm almost like just you're paying homage to your ancestors.
Mhm.
You know, we know that they existed. We know that
Yep.
they bled. We know
Yep.
that they sweated, did all these things so
Mhm.
that we could be here now. Everybody across the globe.
Yep.
So
Yep. I
just
give
something to think about.
I give them honor above. Well, I'm gonna shut up, but yeah,
Yeah.
my ancestors. All right, so the next one is Chronos 5.
Uh,
How you doing? Not good. What's going on? Okay, Jeremiah, come out here.
What?
That was the night I called the police. We saw their arrival. It was in a teardrop shaped balloon. It was humongous. It was across the street, hovering, two frequency sounds coming from it. It moved across the street and it vanished. Later that night, these appeared at the back of my yard. Now, I'm going to zoom in. For those of you who are saying people are faking this alien stuff, you guys, my story is real. My encounters are real. They came
What
to
the
my
f is
neighborhood
that?
in 2021, and
Yo, hang on a second. Look here.
my story is real. My encounters are real. They came to my neighborhood.
What the hell is that?
How you doing?
what the? Peace?
Hold on, let's go back.
My encounters are
Back
real.
right here.
They came
What
to
the
my
f is
neighborhood
that?
in 2021, and
Yo, hang on a second. Look here.
It's
my
hard to
story is
see.
real. My encounters are
Right
real.
here.
Yeah,
They came to my neighborhood.
bro. What the fuck was that?
That's an alien just taking a stroll.
Yeah, man. Y'all don't think that shit's real. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
She thought it was real. That's all I needed. That's all. That's enough for me.
She was convinced, man. I
Her
mean,
voice was yeah. I don't know.
super shaky.
Did a balloon drop down? That's crazy.
Oh man, that's insane. All right, man. The next one is called Devil, or what is it called?
The
Devil's
Devil's
Lake.
Wake. Damn.
See, the Devil's Lake is talking about. All right,
No cap.
okay. See, yeah, Nathan.
That could have been a capital cap.
They could have been. All right, let's get it.
Lake in Wisconsin. This lake has everything. Dead giants, leviathans, serpents, everything. This lake is cut off from any other body of water. It's literally in the mountains. It's glacial runoff. So now it's just this deep, ancient lake. But the native people in that region, the Ho-Chunk people, they talk about around this lake, there was these giant red-headed giants that would terrorize the Ho-Chunk people. They lived in the caves all around this lake. So they kill humans. They're extremely violent. They said that they would hurl massive stones stones at the Ho-Chunk people. And so the Ho-Chunk people basically prayed to their god to help get rid of these giants. And then one day there was this big storm that came over and said fire rained down from the sky, killed all the giants. And it said the Ho-Chunk people for years, the lake was red with the giant's blood. They also tell that this lake was inhabited by a giant serpent, a serpent that was like wise serpent. And it would also just consume and take people that would go by the lake, the Ho-Chunk people. The devil.
Interesting. That is a lake in Wisconsin too.
Lake in Wisconsin, yeah. Yeah, I looked it up. It's yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right,
Pretty crazy. Part 2?
It's part 2 right here.
Woo! Let's go.
And don't drink the water if it's blood in it like that. Damn.
In Wisconsin. This lake has everything. Dead giants, leviathan, serpents. It's in the mountains. It's a glacial runoff. They speculate it could be 10,000 years old. The native people in that region, the Ho-Chunk people, talk about around this lake, there was these red-headed giants that would terrorize the Ho-Chunk people. And so the Ho-Chunk people basically prayed to their god or gods or whatever to help get rid of these giants. One day, there was this big storm that came over and said fire rained down from the sky, killed all the giants. Ho-Chunk people said that for years, the lake was red with the giant's blood.
Oh my gosh.
Moly.
That's not where it ends. So this lake was inhabited by a giant
more
serpent. It would also just consume and take people that would go by the lake. They tell the story of a thunderbird, giant sky being. So not necessarily a bird.
So that was just the nickname.
Yeah, this thunderbird went to battle with the serpent that occupied the lake. Said like the storm was just over the lake and it was just lightning. Ultimately, the thunderbird killed the serpent, and that's not where it ends.
Oh no!
Because even today, people report for the past 100 years they're seeing a giant serpent-like creature in this lake still. More weird is that the military has done multiple exercises in this lake.
Really?
Yeah, they have restricted underwater zones. There's been reports of unmarked black vehicles after these sightings, and there's occasionally those like stealth helicopters that fly around this lake.
If they're getting involved, there's something there.
Something there.
There's something there.
The Devil's Lake in Wisconsin.
Devil's Lake.
There's something there, man. What y'all think, man? There's something in Devil's Lake.
I'm not going over there to check it out. So
You're not far. You're not far from it, right? It's in Wisconsin.
How far is Devil's Lake from me?
Somewhere in Wisconsin. Yeah. So would y'all go to Devil's Lake? Would you guys go?
3-hour drive.
Is it a 3-hour drive? You gonna go check it out?
Maybe.
Hey, are we still gonna check out Goat Man's Bridge when you come down here?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you forgot about that. You might cancel your flight now.
I gotta bring I gotta bring a weapon.
You gonna bring your gun show?
Bring my gun show.
Say you will bring your axe. Well, it's funny that you say that because Thor has an axe, and it sounds like that Thunderbird sounds like Thor when he fought the serpent of the world, though, right? He fought the world serpent, right?
What? Wait, you fought the world serpent in Wisconsin?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it might not have been the world serpent. Who knows? It might have been the serpent of Norse Lake. I don't know. But he brought his axe and he won. He beat the serpent, right? According to God of War.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, Thor won.
Yeah.
We'll do like it's more of a stalemate, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So bring some tin can for the Goat Man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they say. But yeah, there's this bridge, Goat Man's Bridge. It's about an hour drive from here.
Who would win in a fight? Omni-Man or Kratos? I'm gonna go Kratos.
Damn, that's a good one. Damn, that's a good one. That would probably get unaligned. Yeah, possibly. You're a pretty big boy though, man. You might be able to take him out, man. You're from a warrior's bloodline.
I'm gonna have to go Kratos. Kratos is an actual like world ending, dimension ending beings. Omni-Man hasn't fought him like that.
Base Kratos and base Omni-Man.
Oh, no, I'm talking about old man Kratos.
Okay. After he's been through the shit.
Omni-Man's cold, so like I'm not taking nothing away against Omni-Man, but Kratos, I think, takes that victory.
Omni-Man is a Visualite. He's not a Kryptonian.
Yeah, that's not a fair fight. If you want to say Kryptonians against anybody, really.
Yeah.
Except for like.
Yeah, Kryptonian under a yellow sun. Kryptonian wins almost 9 out of 10 times with just about any entity, even if they have magic. I know that's his weakness, but that's their weakness. But yeah, the Superboy Prime, forget about it. No, he wins 10 out of 10. Sorry, we got real nerdy there. So the next one is called Gundam. Love a good Gundam in the morning. Let's check this out.
Exoskeletons, correct? I just ran a sub 8-minute mile for the first time in my life. You're involved with exoskeletons, correct? I just ran a sub 8-minute mile for the first time in my life in an exoskeleton. If I'm able to just like put on an exoskeleton and run a 7-minute mile, imagine what that could do on a Navy SEAL. That is where the Navy SEAL is going to be in just a few years. I think it's going to be hard for robots to compete with that guy. How does the exoskeleton work? So different exoskeletons work in different ways. This particular one basically is sensing your motion based on your actual motion, and then it tries to predict what you're doing, and then it applies force that matches it. Then the crazy thing is eventually, someday, you'll be able to read those signals right from the brain directly. Imagine a world where you're wearing an exoskeleton, where the moment your brain is telling your arm to move, the exoskeleton starts moving your arm. You could potentially make someone who's literally 10 times faster at moving or reacting. That's going to be the Navy SEAL of the future. Holy shit. You're involved with exoskeletons.
Now, a 7-minute mile is not impressive, but wearing a suit, a robotic suit, and able to run that mile, that's pretty impressive.
That guy said he made him run a 7 mile, right?
Right. That guy.
He's not athletic at all.
Right.
7 miles for an average person is pretty good.
It's pretty good for an average person. Yeah, I think it's really cool. You want the Predator one?
How do you protect your joints with it though? So I'm like, you know what I mean? Like to a certain extent.
I think
what I'm saying? Like, how does it?
It's doing the work. You're just in it, but it's doing the work. So it's using its joints.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just moving. It's moving your stuff, but there's no pressure on you.
Excellent for the elderly. They live a long time.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, They would, or replace whatever needs to be replaced with that, whatever that is, like the knee replacements, right? Is actual bionics. You know what I'm saying? Like, robot parts basically, and it's just connected to your brain. Boom, it does a job for you. Hips, all that.
There needs to be a way for it to work without it, like you can use it, but you also like keep your muscle. Like it makes you work your muscle still.
That
would be the ultimate key.
Yeah, you would need some type of stimulation.
Yeah, it had to be connected to your brain some type of way. Anyways, all right. So the next one.
Yeah, amplify what you're doing. Yeah.
It's called the GATE program.
I think we already played this.
You did?
Look at the video real quick and see.
Your minds.
Yeah.
No, not yet. Go ahead.
A little story.
Or
Once upon a time. So
you're gonna keep going.
No. So have you ever heard of the GATE program? The GATE program?
No.
Okay. All right. The Gifted and Talented Education?
No.
Okay. Got it. All right. So it's a program that was started way long ago back in the 80s. All right.
That is long ago.
Not way, right down the corner. But the thing is, it was this program that was being funded, and it was put into schools. And basically, schools would recognize and pick out certain kids. It seemed kind of random. Maybe it was kind of
that'd be cool.
IQ thing, possibly. But they would pull these kids out of rooms, and they would just do certain testing and reading and stuff like that. And it just, made a lot of kids feel special. Some kids felt,
not so special.
Yeah, not so special because they weren't in the Gifted and Talented program. I just learned about it last week, so I'm pretty ticked that I was never involved. But it's just kind of a cool system, right? The thing is, the problem with this program is that the origins of it, they are funded and created.
I remember it too.
Okay.
Oh, I think you say Bill Gates because Gates.
You gotta forgive him, Lil. You gotta move on past Bill Gates. Okay,
move on.
Not everything bad in this world is because of him. Most of them are, but not all. But the CIA is literally funded.
Wow.
This program, and it makes you wonder, like, why would they do that? But the thing is, in 1974, they had to nix MK Ultra. They had to nix it because things came out. A lot of bad stuff was happening. It could not be out in the open anymore. And so you think, why would the CIA create a program and bring kids into a room and test them? And the thing is, that's really strange all about it, is that the more that people talk about this program, more kids who knew that they were in the GATE program are realizing and remembering things that they completely forgot about. Things that, like, oh my gosh, I do remember seeing these patterns being shown to me and these certain questions being asked.
And playing frequencies in headphones.
I think it's capping when I'm saying it because like only like it's very scarce, right? So I don't know, maybe I wasn't, but like I feel like I did stuff like that. Like get these weird headphones, they play little frequencies in it, they make you look at and tell you what this picture was. And, but, like,
and the headphones had to be in the right side. Like they were color coded.
And they were plastic, right?
Left.
Yep. Plastic
Plastic.
headphones.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
Yeah, because we were talking about the picture with the girl in a balloon.
Yeah,
by a lighthouse.
By a lighthouse.
And it's very hard to see. You look, it's way in the distance. But maybe I saw that during an eye test. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they did a hearing test, but why would they not? I don't know. But
They would have
even Nathan
audio
said he remembers it.
tests, and it would be you just describe the sounds that you're hearing and everything like that.
It could be ideology though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just like whatever. Like who knows what they're doing? And there's a lot of comparisons in these people over time that they've gone down, and that people have surveyed and people looked, and just basically common physical characteristics.
Okay.
Physical stuff is blue eyes, forehead scars, which is very common, and the I don't know how to pronounce it. Occipital, occipital bun, the math bump right on the back of your head. There's this bump sometimes. Some people have it, some people don't. But a large majority of the people that were in this GATE program had that thing, and it has something to do with just a different type of area in your brain where people apparently possess just different types of
do you guys
gifts and traits.
Who was around?
have bumps?
Okay, don't rub it in your face.
Who was going
Oh, I
around
forgot
feeling
one.
everybody's heads?
That's the thing. Who knows how they pick these people out, right? No. Psychological characteristics, high IQ, some like up to like 140. Memory loss.
Oh no.
Some people have had, no joke, like a lot of people have had near-death experiences, specifically drowning.
What? Which
is super strange.
That's weird.
But there's just so many different things that that have just like, it's a wide net almost, but it's very specific. And they would sit these kids down and they would test them with questions that wouldn't make sense. Like one question, there's one guy's like, this is what kind of, I remember hearing the question and thinking this is strange.
See that?
One question was just, how many hairs are there?
What?
They couldn't prompt them. They couldn't do anything. They would bring these kids into a windowless room. Every single time it had to be a windowless room.
It was a windowless
They would have
room.
audio tests. They would ask them very, very strange questions that you wouldn't understand like the reason behind it. Like, if you're losing a football game, what do you say to your team to motivate them? Like, and there's right and wrong answers and stuff. And some people just had really weird trips as well. They would take trips, field trips with the GATE program
No.
outside of the school. In one instance, they took literally kids into a museum, into a room where there was a mummy.
What?
And they had them stay overnight with no parental supervision.
What?
Where are their parents?
I don't know. But you think about it. When you hear your kid comes home with a paperwork that says, your kid's gifted and talented, and we really want to, pull him out of class for long periods of time during the school year to learn these things, you're like, oh yeah, let's go. Why not? Give my kid a great chance to go. But it's just, there's different things that are happening. A lot of people are having memories come back. And over time, as they get older, people have realized that also they're not getting in trouble with the police as much. They're getting a bit of leniency when it comes to police stops, interrogations, or anything like that. When they find out you're a GATE kid in the GATE program, there's leniency like toward your way.
Pause.
Yeah.
It follows you into adulthood.
That's the thing. People don't know why they did it because it's no longer around technically, that specific program. But
It just be
it makes you wonder.
like conformity correlation. Like kids
Yeah.
who went through that program, let's just say they're brainwashed into something, like they follow certain like communication guidelines or something like that. It
Yeah.
gets them out of different
But you have,
scenarios.
but you have these kids being blindfolded in these tests as well, trying to move things.
It's full on Stranger
trying to
Things.
see patterns. It is definitely Stranger Things type, like
Yeah.
conspiracy, but
The
this is all
montauk
real.
or
It's all actually.
Okay, so let me get this right. You guys never went to like the nurse's office and they put the things on your head and they say you hear the sound. 'Cause I know why I've done it before. 'Cause I remember when I did it for my driver's license test. I'm like, I've done this before. I've done these things before.
They
Like
had
you like
you.
the light. You see the light. Like, but there's also something. There's also something I know I'm forgetting about that we also did when we did these tests. So like, I did eye tests. I did a hearing. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Can you hear that? And
I
then like
remember that.
sometimes they wouldn't play it at all. I'm like, yeah, you
Yep.
didn't play anything.
I remember that.
But I remember them asking me about a picture. I remember the question, but I don't remember going on. I never did a field trip. I know for a fact April and Taylor did not let me go on a field trip by myself.
Hell no. They were
But
so
so
protective
I
of
don't
us.
think
They,
I don't if there was a game, I don't think I was part of it at
oh,
all.
mom and dad would have pulled us out
Yeah.
immediately. Yeah, Joe remembers it. And her parents are like ours. They were super protective. They couldn't even go outside the yard.
They
Like,
wouldn't
for
let
real,
me
for
go.
real.
They wouldn't be like, yeah, go to the museum and spend the night.
Hell no. We
No.
could spend the night at our friends' houses. Like, there's
So
no way that we're going on a field trip to.
I remember
Yeah.
the pictures. I remember the weird pictures and like what do you see? And I'd be like, people having fun. I won't make up something. I thought,
Because there was the Rorschach test too.
yeah,
And I
let's make
kind
up
of
a story
remember
about
that, but
it.
I kind of don't.
You remember doing stuff like, what do you see in this image? You could just make up a narrative about it. Like they would, it's weird. Yeah, they would show you and like, what do you see in this image? And I would make up a story about them, like a weird ass. You're a kid. You're like, oh yeah, that he's going to go fight the trolls in the mountains up there in the west side, and just make some stuff up.
That shit,
And
that
they
got
were like,
kind of
okay,
deep.
and like, you know what I mean? And like, it was like I thought it was fun, but when you watch these, it's like I don't know what was going on.
If they were indeed trying to test us to see if we could be a part of this special program, a mom and dad would have never let it happen.
Yeah,
because they would need access to us, and they were not giving access to their kids.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
they wouldn't let us do that. No.
Mm-mm. They just wouldn't. They would never go along with it. Shell remembers the weird images too. She remembers that well. Yeah. But they picked the wrong kids because their parents would never allow them access.
They would come get you and you could do this test. I remember fourth grade it being the last time I did it. They're like, yeah, because they're like, yeah, you do this test, you do it, and
I
then
remember grade school.
yeah, I didn't do it after that.
We should ask mom because she was a teacher in St. Paul public schools, and that's where I went to school, public schools. If she remembers students getting that, like maybe it was this hearing test at the nurse's office, an eyesight test. That it might have just been something basic.
Did you ever do the ADD test?
No, I never did the ADD test.
I did those, and I remember that being something that I like. Remember I went into it the first time, and like
I remember when you did the ADD test.
So I never like thought about it. I remember like me being a kid, like I've done this before. And all it is like you just click you click it every time you see like the block, and I'm like I've done this before. And I would pass it with flying colors. They're like, oh, he didn't have ADD. I could have had it. I just knew how to do it.
No, you'd have ADD. You just school was too easy for you, so you would bullshit. And so they tried to so like when you were coming up in your generation, they would try to label y'all as ADD and put y'all on medication. You were just bored with school, so you just weren't applying yourself.
Maybe
and dad was like, "Ain't no way he's ADD." There's no way it didn't add up. And he was dead on. You were just bored. So let me put up Nathan, like he said. I remember the Rorschach test. We had to look at the shape and then build it out of blocks. Oh my god, you were just talking about from memory. You were just talking about that.
That's weird.
Oh my god. So say yeah, it wouldn't work on us with our phone. No.
Yeah,
We
that's what I
may
remember.
we may have been gifted, but our parents were not gonna let us out of their sight.
It's not like they make you look at the image and be like, okay, now like make the image again. And
I
you're
don't
like,
remember that.
what? Do that? What do you mean do it again?
I don't remember that. That part I don't remember. But I think it's fascinating how you know us and
Mm.
some of the folks in the chat remember bits and pieces of this though.
But it
It's
could have just
very
been
fascinating.
like it could have been like an ADD test or like a memory test or like an IQ, like you know what I mean?
Could have
It
been
could have
something
just been
totally simple.
checking to see if you're okay. I think I might just be capping when I'm saying what I'm saying.
Maybe
Some
might have just been a routine check. I mean, we should really check with mom to see if she remembers that. If kids were being brought in to, you know,
she's
to take these tests.
yeah.
I don't know if she remembers that. I mean, she wasn't because she was a teacher, so she wasn't, ministering those tests. But she would know what was going on in the school with the faculty and all that. So you showed that one.
You got the Beyond the Ice Wall.
Okay. Are you sure? Want me on the ice wall?
I think so.
Okay. Yep. All right, guys. Sorry, I lost track. But Kobe for keeping us on track here.
Yeah. Don't listen to me, y'all. I might be capping, but there's some things I'm like, I remember doing that.
That right. Maybe they're kind of. I don't know. Sometimes it's like what do they call a suggestive memory? Like they
Yeah.
kind of suggest it, and then you kind of finish it out, and like,
Make
oh
it
yeah, I
make
do
it
remember that.
yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe that never happened.
Right. It's probably something like super innocent that we're making
Yeah.
a conspiracy theory, but whatever. That's why we do the show. It's fun. All right, keep rolling.
That? Oh, a follower of mine just sent me a story about how they used to work for the government and how his literal job was to search what's past the ice wall. What? Yeah, he said he no longer works for the government and for this agency that specifically did this job, but he said the things that he found beyond the ice wall were a little eerie. What? He said they would go out in about groups of 20 to try to research things that are past the ice wall, and they would come across different things frequently. He said people went missing all the time. He said one time in particular, there was a black floating blob that they saw that would take people, and they actually had these little guns that they would use that would do a sound frequency to stop these black blobs in their tracks. They could then capture them and take them to an underground base there. What? He said if these black floating blobs would wrap you up, that you would basically just disappear, and they didn't know what happened to these people, whether they disintegrated or if they took them somewhere or what. Okay. He said there's a ton more to this, and I'll let you know what else he told me.
Jeez. Before we go into that, Nathan White said, I took an IQ test in high school, and the admin's got to set up my score. I was called to the office and basically asked why I don't give a shit.
That sounds like a buddy of mine. Shout out to Nick Ranhody, but that dude was like the smartest person I've ever met, and like he just didn't care. He was just like he would like we'd be in chemistry class. He would like get it like that. He just didn't care about school. I was like,
It wasn't a
didn't get like
challenge to him.
34 on his ACT.
Damn.
He was a fucking genius.
Jeez, for no reason. He could just absorb it. And remember, probably had a good memory too.
Fucking genius.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I watched the movie the day too many times. That is a great movie. They remade it. The remake is alright, but I still think the original one is better. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty crazy stuff, dude. I don't know if that the ice walls exist. I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion on that either. Cool if it does though, but I don't think it's a thing. I don't know.
It'd be interesting. I just don't think something like that. I think we would know about it. Maybe a lot of things we don't know. So
a lot of shit we don't know, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if they hit that from us. But
oh man, my bad, man.
Because
I got the next one. It's called The Truth.
The Truth. Okay.
Paul Pierce. I'm joking.
Already.
All right, let's get it.
That aliens are gonna try to destroy the Earth when we have what they need.
That's true.
The only reason why they try to attack us is if we were at war with them. We're not at war with them. We're not.
Right.
We have wood. They want wood. They don't have wood.
We got wood.
Oh, they need us.
Yeah, they need us. They need us.
They need the wood.
Aliens need us. And yeah, they are very, very real. If you don't believe in aliens, what are you then? What are you? What are you?
I'm an alien.
Everyone is. It's normal. It's normal to be an alien. We're not the only ones who have life on a planet. Do you know out of the trillions of infinite amount of planets, you know how big space really is? Because it's always been growing, and it has been growing since the very beginning, but there was no beginning because the beginning was always there, and there will be no end because the end wasn't always there. And
How do you know all this?
Feels natural.
Where does it come from?
Probably aliens. Or whatever.
So your
technologies.
downloads that you feel that they're coming from the aliens or yourself?
I'm sure it's from the aliens.
Yeah.
Or maybe past lives, who knows?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Past
That you
lives.
just know all
Holy
this stuff.
shit.
And
Now
I
you know.
believe it, and so now we know.
Now you know.
I love that kid.
The aliens.
I love that kid.
He said, maybe my past life. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's just making logical connections. There was no beginning, there was no end.
It's fascinating. Say the left. Fascinating. So I thought we've done this one before.
Yeah.
Small World. I think this might be a different one. But here's the thing: Shell just had a dream about Mall World. Probably a couple of days
Ooh,
ago.
I dreamed about the house again.
Did you?
Yep.
What happened? Tell us.
I was in a different room in the attic. For some reason, the bedroom was in the attic. And I was out in the front yard when I had ghosts with me, trying to figure out something in the front yard. That's all I can really remember. Talking to my neighbors. But same house, nice house, really big house.
Your dream
Something
house.
going on.
Your dream house, right? Kind of, sort of. I mean,
Big house.
literally and literally and
I wouldn't be the dream house. Yeah, like it's weird. The attic wasn't done the way I liked it. The paint was peeling. I remember that being a thing that like annoyed me. And I was worried about something going on outside, like ICE agents or someone trying to shoot me. Something about guns outside. Remember that being a thing. I was watching it on my cameras, like watching my Ring camera. That was in my dream too.
That's pretty cool. I had a dream about ICE agents last week. Protecting people from ICE agents, and I had superpowers to protect them. And they were
I wasn't
attacking
worried
us.
about that's the thing. I wasn't worried about it. Anyways, but yeah. It was something like, oh, I don't want them to come over here. I don't want to deal with that type of stuff. But
yeah, that's funny that we both dreamt about ICE agents. That's bizarre. But yeah. She had she was pretty excited about she told me all about her mall world dream. Yeah, she dreams about it all the time. I've never dreamt about Mall World, and I kind of feel left out. But yeah, so I think this is a different video about Mall World. I don't know if we've played this one already, Kobe. Just stop me.
okay. Whoa, what is going on at the Grammys?
What's that? Oh, many people are having the exact same dream about Mall World, down to pretty much every detail. Oh, really? Well, tell me more. Yeah, people are having this exact same dream about Mall World, where everything's kind of connected to this mall, including like the airport, hospital, all this parking. Everything is connected, and everybody's having the same dream. But what's been strange is when people have these dreams, Now they're starting to interact with people, and they're able to ask them who they are and meet up with them in real life. People are saying, because this is a collective conscious situation, because we are all a collective consciousness. But now it's getting a little scary because people are having dreams about demons inside of Mall World, and they're trying to lead them to their death in the dream. What? Let's just hope those demons don't lead people to their real deaths in real life. Oh, goody.
Yeah, that one was different. We hadn't shown that one before.
So, Shell, Mall Road, is it like really, really big? Like, is it like skyscrapers in the mall? Have you, like, am I making that up? Anyways, when I was in Mall Road, I remember it like being like super like big. Like it feels like a world. Like you're in a big ass mall. But I'm gonna play the next one. Is this the same one? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, it is. So let me delete this real quick. Yeah. I think I've been to Mall Road. And it feels like you're there to shop. But like it's like everybody's there. Everybody's there. Everybody's moving around. Yeah, like you know everybody who's at the like you're there, like you're just everybody's at the mall. That's what it feels like. All right, the next one is called The Watchers.
The extraterrestrials on the planet that these beings came from may have in fact learned about what these ETs had done in creating Homo sapiens. Now, as far as the story goes, it's possible that they have breached their own laws by doing this. It may not have been something that they were actually allowed to do in creating a sentient species. And so the story goes that they were recalled to their own planet, and that from that point forward, once Homo sapiens had been created, the ETs that had recalled the group that came to Earth knew that they couldn't just abandon mankind. They had to guide them from that point forward until they were assured that mankind could perhaps take care of themselves, could understand basic relationships and basic laws, and could create a society that was self-sustaining. And so the ETs sought to teach mankind things like agriculture and mathematics and so on, so that humankind could become self-sustaining. But I think this is where the stories come from, of visitations from the gods over time, to lead us on certain paths, to teach us certain things, to watch over us and guide us. And this relationship, I think, solidified the idea that eventually became the religions of the world. The extraterrestrials on the planet.
That's super interesting. The Watchers.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. And they talk about that in the if you read the Book of Inky, or you don't have to read it, you can just listen to it on YouTube. They kind of hit on that. It's like 3 hours long, so take your time with that, but it's fascinating. But yeah, this Mall World thing, man, is crazy. I'm kind of jealous that I have not gotten to go to
You've
Mall
probably
World.
been there, just not in like the mall. Remember, there's like neighborhoods in the Mall World. Like the mall is huge. So the mall is like there's like buildings in the mall. That's something I always think about. Like,
damn,
and everybody who you know is there. I've been there a lot actually. Like we were walking around in stores, shopping. Yeah.
So what is your remembering maybe a colony type city that was like in a dome? You know what I'm
It's like
saying?
where the real stuff is. Like when you dream, that's really just like what is this like your job? Like this part of reality is like your job. When you dream, that's like your time off.
Right.
In Mall World.
You know what? That's that's okay. Yeah. I can dig that. I can
Yep.
dig that.
The beach.
It just kind of reminds me of that
You gotta like
what's that show's really good. It's on Hulu, and they're living in a dome or in a mountain, and the world has been nuked.
Oh,
They got neighborhoods and shit in there too.
area or Fallout? Is it Fallout?
That's not Fallout because they're in vaults.
Oh,
Like this,
vaults. I don't know.
it's a mystery because like the mystery is like who killed the president.
I never watched that show.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good. I don't know, chat, if you guys remember what that's called. It's on Hulu. It's starring a brother. He's really good. And the president, he played Cyclops in X-Men, the original
Okay.
Cyclops. He played the president, and it's kind of it's a murder mystery type deal, but it's the world gets destroyed, and I can't remember what it is. But anyways, but yeah, it kind of sounds like it was like wow, they call it Ma world, but it's like you're in a dome, you're in an artificial type world. Because maybe you survived the end of the world.
Holy crap! It's all coming back to me. The beach part. It's like a big old because it's like a beach and like it's like also like a water park in there too.
It's artificial, right?
It doesn't feel artificial. It feels like a real beach. Like you can go. It's like an ocean there, but maybe it is.
That's weird. That's cool though. Very cool. Very
Weird. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right, guys. So we are we're done with that section. So we are now at some of y'all's favorite part of the show.
Stop the cap.
Cap or no cap. And cap or no cap, we show different reels that we have found on social media. And if you think it's real, you say that it's no cap. If you think it's fake, you say it's cap. Let's see here. So Nathan, it seems like Nathan, you're remembering some things, buddy. It's something we can always talk about it. In my experience, when you hear it, yeah. Go over here in a couple of weeks, and you want to do a live show here?
Can we do it Saturday?
We do it Saturday. Yeah, we'll do it like an early Saturday.
That'd be fun.
And then we're gonna be in the streets Saturday.
I'm with it.
Just let you know, we're gonna be in the streets Saturday. So we get one up.
Here's my thing. I'm gonna be breaking my no drinking rule at least 1 or 2 times. As long as I get hit the gym, I'll feel better about my life. So if we can do that, I'm good. You got me.
You can go to the gym all you want, sir. Don't let me stop you.
You're with it? All right.
I might not go with you, but you can go to the gym all you want, brother. Let's see here. Don't think it's time for the capper.
Let's get it.
I'm with you, bro. So
I'll play the first one.
You got the first one. Yeah, it's correct.
Called Fighting a Skinwalker. Oh no. I didn't mean to play it. That just gets you going right when you play them. All right.
Off top, bro.
All right, let's get it.
Oh my god! Ah! Damn it! Oh, holy shit! Ah, get off me! Jesus Christ! Stay down! Get up! Ah! Oh my god! Ah!
What y'all think?
The cap or no cap has hit another low.
Jeez. Yeah, it's terrible, man.
Y'all not buying this?
When you look on your phone, it doesn't look as bad. You look at it again, and you're like, ooh.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, it's cap. That's definitely cap. Good way to start the show. All right, next one is called Mimic. Let's pull this bad boy up here.
Sensors in the camera pointed right down here and down there. If worse comes to worse, I'm not completely defenseless. Gun, just in case. do this. Okay. I've got everything I need. Oh, gun in hand. It's time to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Cap.
Sensors in the camera.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I don't know what happened either.
I be John, bro. I don't know what happened to that, man.
Shell says cat.
Yeah, it's Cap. That was bad.
That wasn't freaky?
No. It was a little bit, then it got too fake.
Yeah, it would make a yeah. I think that'd make a great movie too. I'd be freaked out if I saw that in the movie theater.
He shouldn't have been in that room. He should have got up out of there.
He knew something was there. Captain capacity. Where's Father Taylor when we need to authenticate this cap or no cap? The Timberwolves ain't on. Come on.
Right.
Oh, all right.
This next one's called Drag to Hell. See what it's talking about.
Темная ночь, только пули свистят по степи, только ветер гудит в проводах, тускло звезды мерцают. Темная ночь, только пули свистят по степи, только ветер гудит в проводах, тускло звезды мерцают.
I'm gonna say no cap. That was crazy.
That's insane. Somebody pulled him back down in the
Yeah,
grave.
pulled down.
What the fuck? Is that real?
I don't know.
No cap, just for funsies?
No cap, yeah. Crazy. I
Okay,
think I
no
got the
cap.
next one too.
Instagram? Yeah. All of them are Instagram. Or at least
Called
most of them. All but one.
You can try. Oh, this is a good one. You can try to see if it works. All right, this one's called Warning. It's a really good one. I've seen this one before. All right, let's get it.
Don't step off the trail.
Watch it again.
Don't step off the trail.
We go. One more time. Go one.
Don't step off the trail.
Yeah, completely gone. Cap or no cap? I'm gonna say no cap.
Read the comment or whatever. I say no cap. Yeah, okay. But Nathan, Nathan be out there, so Nathan would know. And I think he had those Ray because everybody has like those Ray-Ban glasses now on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like somebody just holding up a phone anymore. They're actually recording with their Ray-Bans.
Yeah, he said don't step off the trail. Yeah.
Yep. So don't step off the trail. Yep. So they may. Do you guys think it might have been like one of those trails in the Appalachian Mountains or?
It looked like one. That's crazy.
That's insane. No cap. Yeah, I'm thinking no cap too, man.
That's pretty cool. All right. The next one is called The Grudge. All right. It's middle school students in Japan raided through a school restroom, which was rumored to be inhabited by a mysterious presence. This is what they found. Ooh, that was scary. Y'all see it? Run it back.
Damn.
That's crazy. I can't speed it up for y'all. Your eye over here. All right, here we go. Your eye over here.
So she's just putting the camera in there. Oh, pause.
That's crazy. Say no cap. It was a grudge.
No cap, right? It looked just like that thing, like
damn. Stop playing around with things.
man. Go looking for trouble. You might find it.
The next one's called UAP.
So everybody's saying no cap. UAP.
This extraordinary recording was reported at approximately 7:33 p.m. on Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025, by a witness who has chosen to remain anonymous and is known only by the name Natalia. While accompanied by her sister, they observed a strange disc-shaped object moving over a rural area in the municipality of Yumbo in the Valle del Cauca, Colombia. This geographic location, without a doubt, has become one of the main hotspots of UFO activity worldwide. According to information provided by investigator David Velez, the witness reported that when she attempted to continue recording the mysterious visitor, her mobile phone began to malfunction. Because of this, she decided to use the phone's photo cameras, the images of which we will analyze later. To better understand what is occurring in the video, the playback speed was reduced and a close-up was performed. During this process, it becomes evident that the UFO moves without emitting any perceptible sound and without presenting a conventional form of any known aircraft. The object shows no wings, no visible propellers, and no flashing lights typical of commercial airplanes or helicopters. One of the most striking aspects is its movement. The object appears to move in a fluid and stable manner, maintaining a constant trajectory. At a certain moment, when the witness briefly loses sight of it and then manages to capture it again, the object can be observed with complete clarity. One of the most relevant aspects of these images is that the object approached the electrical towers in the area, where high-voltage power lines are installed. This pattern of behavior has been documented for years, as multiple witnesses have pointed out that UFOs are frequently observed near high-voltage installations. The possibility has been proposed that these objects approach such infrastructure in search of energy, as if they were using it to recharge, although this hypothesis has not been conclusively proven.
Shit, this is a long video.
Do not rule out this possibility. What is certain is that as we...
No cap.
No cap. All right.
What the fuck? No cap. All right, we get it. We get it.
All right. The next one's called shadow dancing. Oh,
Shadow dancing.
for sure. All right. All right, let's play it.
It's the dogs for me.
Yeah, no cap. That's weird.
Yeah. Now the voiceover was from, I don't know if you guys remember, was the video, the sound behind it. I don't know why they put the sound behind it, but the sound bite from when the security guard checked out that hotel room.
Yeah.
And there was screaming coming from it, and all the furniture was all jacked up and the water was on. I don't know why they put that.
I don't know why they use that. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. I think it's no cap too. I'm agreeing with the chat. I think it's no cap because of the way the dogs reacted. And then it was just random. It didn't look right.
No.
It wasn't
And that's usually how they are.
Yeah, it's just random. It's just like, that's
weird.
That wasn't planned. So all right, I'll do the next one, which is called Teddy Ruxpin. I ain't gonna lie, Teddy Ruxpin kind of creeped me out as a kid.
What is Teddy Ruxpin?
He was the teddy bear that would talk. You put he had a tape in his back.
Yeah.
You remember it? Yeah. They would move and shit. All right, check this out.
Yeah, well, it's kind of complicated for me to take. Don't make excuses. Sometimes I'll look at the show and go, just want to be honest.
Yeah, you saw it right. You saw it moved. You saw that it moved. I saw that it moved. You saw that it moved. We saw that it moved. Go ahead and rewind. Go ahead and look at it again. Because, yes, that thing.
Yeah, well, it's kind of complicated for me to take.
It rubbed his face.
Just want to be honest.
Yeah, you saw it right. You saw it right. It moved. You saw that it moved. I saw that it moved. You saw that it moved. We saw that it moved. Go ahead and rewind. Go ahead and look at it again. Because, yes,
look
that
at
thing.
It again.
Yeah, well, it's kind of complicated for me to take. Don't make excuses. Sometimes I'll look at the show and go, just want to be honest.
Yeah, you saw it right. You saw it right. It moved. You saw that it moved.
She's not moving the arms, dude.
No, that's weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
I guess no cat, but like what the heck? Weird.
Very strange.
All right, I got the next one. It's called Camping Accident.
Okay. This will be fun.
See, why black people don't go camping and shit right now. That's why we live longer in horror movies, even though they make us the first to die. We don't even fool around to even put ourselves in positions like this. Cause what the fuck, bro? Just imagine you sleeping, you see this on phonograph. Shit is crazy. See, this is why black people.
No, I mean that's cat.
You think it's cat?
Yeah.
What is that thing?
I don't know, but it's cat. That man should have died a long time ago in that video. Came with tickling him.
Everybody.
All right.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's why I don't
go camping,
man. Yeah.
You want to see that thing?
Nah, I might go out there during the day. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'll go there at like maybe 10 in the morning, and we out that bit by like 2 p.m.
I'll go to a cabin, like a cabin with like a solid door. Like,
yeah. I'll do that. I'm not camping outside. The guy has restless arm syndrome.
Right. Like, come on, man.
You got something.
All right. Last one is Mothman. Check it out. Ooh, I gotta share my screen. All right, here we go.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200.
Why the fuck do y'all keep doing that shit?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200.
Why the fuck do y'all keep doing that shit?
You didn't jump.
I knew you put one of those in there.
I tried to get him, y'all.
I was like,
He didn't
what?
want. He didn't want.
Where's the Mothman gonna come from?
He's like, why would they call it Mothman? All right, man. So hold on here. I got one. It's like 4 minutes. It's called Ghost Encounters. Would you guys like for me to play that? On TikTok? It said I knew it was gonna be some bullshit when it said Mothman.
Mothman.
And then the music too.
This don't make no sense.
And I wasn't even looking at the video. I was looking dead at Kobe to see me go down. He didn't flinch. He didn't flinch. So y'all want me to play the Ghost Encounters? It's kind of story time. Hold on, we're at 2.
Come on, chat.
2 minutes. Come on, chat.
What you want to do? You want to do story time, then call it?
Call it just, yeah. I just can't believe it. I forgot how my own sound went. I forgot the lyrics.
Come on, chat.
Come on, chat.
Shell, you want to do one more? Nate, want to do one more?
Are they
thinking?
Up to y'all. What does that mean?
That's not a yes or no.
Exactly.
Go ahead, bro. Play it.
All right.
We'll call it after that.
All right, here we go. All right. Nate said, he said, do 5 more. Well, this will probably suffice. It's like
if we do it for 4 minutes.
Like 4 minutes.
Story. I like this guy's stories.
Yeah, me too. We'll do it.
Ghosts look like if you see one. Every day we encounter ghosts. Would you know what a ghost look like if you see one? Every day we encounter ghosts. We just don't realize it. Think about today. You probably went to the store. You probably went to work, or you probably rode the subway.
Didn't do shit today.
How many people did you encounter?
Nobody.
And think about it. You walk past these people. You don't know who they are. You don't really think about it. But how many of those people might have been a ghost? Now, we think of ghosts as sort of being these transparent things that you can see through and are terrifying and creepy. But most reports of encounters with ghosts are just regular, normal people that people who encounter them don't even realize that they are ghosts. Now, that's true in these 2 stories. There's this man who was driving from Dallas to Oklahoma. And he said he happened to be on this back highway.
I take that drive a lot.
Now, he had just bought this brand new vehicle, and this was his first time taking it on a long road trip. So as he's going down this dark, remote highway that cut through a bunch of cornfields, he said he started to hear his tire making a fuss.
Oh, he went the back way.
And then all of a sudden he hears an explosion, and his tire had blown. So he pulls his vehicle off to the side of the road, and he gets out, and he starts looking for a spare tire. Well, he soon realizes that he doesn't have a tire jack. But then out of nowhere comes this old 1950s pickup truck, and it had this wooden boxed-in bed. And this man steps out. He's sort of this taller African-American man wearing these jean overalls, and he's got some black boots on. And he said this man walked over to him and said, hey, let me help you out. Looks like you're having some car trouble. So he goes to his truck, and he gets out this very old-looking jack. He jacks up the truck, he puts the tire on for him. And so this man, he wants to offer this guy some money for helping him. But the guy says, no, I don't want it. I'm not going to accept it. He says, just make sure you do good to someone else. He says, okay, I'll see you later. And he gets in his truck, and he drives away. And at first he thought, that's kind of strange. That guy just came out of nowhere, and it was right as I needed a jack. So he gets in his car, and he drives down the road, and he gets to like this nearest town. And he happens to stop into this old diner. And as he's sitting there, he starts talking with the waitress. It tells her about, how this nice man, I don't know if he's from this town, but he helped me, get the tire on my truck. And like, if you see him again, tell him I said thank you. And the waitress looks at him and said, "Oh, you seen Gus?" He said, "Gus? Who's Gus?" And she said, "Oh, Gus is the friendly ghost that lives on that highway. He was driving one night and he was in an accident, and he was this nice old man that liked to help people. And still to this day, people say they encounter him when they're having car trouble or something is going wrong." Now, this next story takes place in Arkansas.
I have to see if I could meet
There's this woman, she said that she just moved to Little Rock. And she said every day when she would drive home, she would turn onto her street, and on the corner, there was this blue house. And she would see this old woman in sort of this checkered nightgown standing on the edge of her yard, just staring off into the distance. She said she didn't move. She just stood there. And she would drive past her. She would pull into her house, and that woman would still be out there. And sometimes she'd be standing in her yard for like hours. She said one day she drove home, and she sees the woman standing out there. But as she pulls in her driveway, she gets out of her vehicle, and she said right as she turned around, there was a woman standing at the edge of her driveway. And she's like, how in the world did she get from the corner of the street to the front of my house that fast? So she turns back into her car, grabs something, and when she turns around, she was gone. Well, shortly after this, she talks to one of the neighbors, and she starts asking her, who's the neighbor on the end that, is always outside in the checkered nightgown. And the woman seemed confused. She said, who are you talking about? And then she goes, "Oh, you mean there used to be this lady, Miss Martin, who lived on the corner house. She passed away 10 years ago. She always would stay up and sit out in front of her house or stand out in front of her house, and she wore this checkered nightgown." Would you know what a ghost looked like?
What do you think about that, bro?
That's pretty. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It kind of reminds me of that that story that Tanya's husband told us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. The neighbor.
Yep. Pretty crazy, man. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. That's it. Show's over.
That's it.
We appreciate everybody that hung in there with us, people that were in and out, all the folks that were in the chat, the engagement. We love that. That's why we love to do the live shows. We definitely appreciate it. And I think we should probably do the whole power thing, man, in an upcoming show. Not a dissertation. Talk about the powers and what we would do and offsets and all that stuff.
The world.
Yeah. So we know it's crazy out there in Minneapolis, man. So, just stay safe out there, man. I would say put your head down, but we're not like that. Do your thing, man. Just be safe out there, brother. I know things are crazy, and it sounds like you hear some things we're gonna pull out, then you hear some things we're gonna double down. I don't freaking know what's gonna happen, but
we'll fight. Keep fighting. Fighting the good fight. We're gonna do it. But yeah, man. Appreciate the support. Keep an eye out for the merch. Don't whistle at night. Don't whistle in the woods. Yeah, man. Respect your ancestors. Take care of yourself. See y'all next week.
And with that, we out. Peace.
F ice.
Woohoo! Get the F out of Minneapolis.
Red giants.
People who came from the sky.
Yeah.